God-level duplication system. Chapter 50. Pass. No. Shu Anlin shook his head, hesitated for a while, and said, "However, in this battle, I will still win." Between the words, there is a firm meaning. The great elder heard the words, but was unmoved. "I heard that you are trying to break through the heat of the cultivation technique recently to reach the middle stage of the Kaling realm?" Shu Anlin nodded. "If I can break through, I will win this battle." The great elder said. "If so, I can conclude that you will lose this battle." Shu Anlin was a little dissatisfied. The great elder said unhurriedly, "You are too impatient. If you continue like this, within 3 months, you will not be able to break through, and instead, your skills may backfire, and your strength will be greatly damaged. That's why I said you must lose." Shu Anlin lowered her head and remained silent. The great elder continued, "Your vision is too narrow. Although Luo Faixu is the #1 genius of the Cold Snow sect, she hasn't grown up yet, and she doesn't even rank in the top 20 in my Kangyuan Kingdom's potential list. In order to defeat Luo Faixu, you have to risk the backfire of your skills to break through. What should you do if you encounter a stronger opponent?" After the great elder's words, Shu Anlin was speechless and could only continue to remain silent. Xiangming Xuan from Qingfeng Valley is also at the 2nd level of the opening spirit realm, but even at the 4th and 5th levels of the opening spiritual realm, he is not a one-shot enemy. What if you meet him? You are the most talented disciple of my Liu Yanzong generation, except for Lu Qianya. Don't let the sect down. Shu Anlan's expression was shocked when he heard the words. As if he had realized something, he cupped his hands and said, "The disciple understands." The great elder nodded. "Look carefully, there may be surprises in this competition." Inside the puppet tower, the 6th floor. Lin Xuan looked at the wreckage all over the ground, a little speechless. Are they all so brittle? This first round knockout match is really boring. It's the last big guy who is a little tougher. Lin Xuan complained. He rushed all the way from the 1st floor to the 6th floor without feeling any hindrance. Even the last guard, a large 3-meter-long puppet that seemed oppressive, was forcibly demolished by him without persisting twice. Among them, even 10 seconds were not used. It's so simple and relaxed, no wonder Lin Xuan's attitude. At the same time, Lin Xuan was also a little startled. He finally had a little understanding of his own strength. It is estimated that there is no opponent in the Qi Gathering Realm, even at the peak of the Qi Gathering Realm, under his command. It should not take a few moves to retreat. As for the stronger Qi transformation state, he doesn't know. In the Qi transformation state, physical strength and IQ points have been further consolidated, and true Qi is also more powerful, capable of attacking out of the body. Killing the enemy within 100 steps is no longer a legend. The strength of the power is far from comparable to that of Qi Gathering Realm. Afterwards, Lin Xuan shook his head, walked to the side tunnel and left the puppet tower. After a while, a large number of outer disciples rushed up. Looking at the wreckage all over the ground, it was suddenly shaken and noisy. Damn it! Even the 6th floor has been destroyed. Isn't this too strong? Is he really a new disciple? I'm afraid that only Chen Yuzi, Zhou Lei, and Guan Yuanchuang can fight against Lin Xuan in the entire outer sect. As expected of being the first genius in the outer sect. In the 7th group, all the disciples were extremely shocked. Their group basically didn't fight, they ran up all the way. It took less than a minute. But even so, he still couldn't catch up with Lin Xuan's figure. Every time you go up a floor, you can see the wreckage of puppets all over the floor. Up until now, the 6th floor, where the puppet is the strongest at the end, is still the same. The disciples were so shocked that they couldn't believe it. I can't calm down for a long time. They knew that the outer sect might produce a great top talent. And they were able to see this scene with their own eyes. While they were extremely shocked, they were also very excited. Immediately, they turned around and walked down the stairs together. The secret passage next to it is for the disciples who have cleared the level to use and leave. Only 2 or 3 people can pass through at the same time. There are almost 200 people here, so it is impossible to use them. Moreover, they came all the way to the 6th floor because of Lin Xuan's favor. In fact, except for a short while on the 1st floor, they didn't even fight, and it wasn't a customs clearance at all. They are also embarrassed to take the secret path. On the clearing, all the outer disciples gathered here. The center is empty, and all the outer disciples are surrounded. There are 3 people standing in the middle. Chen Yuzi, Zhou Lei, Guan Yuanshuang, the 3 masters of the outer sect. Chen Yuzi, you still win. Zhou Lei said unwillingly. However, the puppet tower is just a small fight, and the next duel is the highlight. This time, I will not lose again. Good. Guan Yuanshuang also looked cold, full of fighting spirit. This big competition, the next duel is the key. Just wait. No need. Chen Yuzi chuckled lightly, and said indifferently. The outer door is the first, so I'll give it to you. I won't argue with you anymore. Because we are no longer at the same level. After the competition, it's time for me to leave the outer door. After finishing speaking, he flicked his fingers. Call out. A ray of light passed by, leaving a thumb-sized black hole on the ground a few meters away. Is this true chi from the body? Have you broken through the chi transformation realm? Seeing this, Zhou Lei and Guan Yuanshuang were startled. They couldn't help exclaiming, and looked at Chen Yuzi with disbelief in their eyes. Yeah, it's only been a few days since the breakthrough. Chen Yuzi said calmly. The smile on his face was even brighter. He has clearly broken through the chi transformation realm, and he came to participate in the grand competition. Apart from looking at the rewards of the grand competition, isn't it for this moment? At this moment, Chen Yuzi felt extremely refreshed. Zhou Lei and Guan Yuanshuang paused for a few breaths, then looked at Chen Yuzi with shaking eyes. It turned into a decadence again, and there was no more fighting spirit. Chen Yuzi, you still win after all. The 2 let out a long breath with complicated expressions on their faces. In Chi Gathering Realm, none of them may be Chen Yuzi's opponents. Now that Chen Yuzi was in the Chi Transformation Realm, there was no need for them to fight. As Chen Yuzi said, they are no longer at the same level. There is no need to fight anymore. What? Brother Chen has broken through the Chi Transformation Realm. Senior Brother Chen is worthy of being the number 1 expert in the outer sect. He broke through so quickly. It seems that Senior Brother Chen is firmly in first place in this big competition. The surrounding disciples were also shocked when they heard the words, and there was a lot of discussion, which was very lively. As for the direction of the puppet tower, few people paid any attention to it. In their view, the results of the 3 masters of the outer sect have all come out. Among them, Chen Yuzi had also reached the gas transformation state. The result of this big competition has been stabilized. There is no suspense anymore. There is no need to pay attention to the puppet tower anymore. At this time, a thin figure walked out of the puppet tower. A few people glanced over, subconsciously looked at the time, and then remembered, it seems that this group just went in. Not even a minute.